Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade, Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, as they take on Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles. With that, let's get up to the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. We're standing by for the call are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Opened back in 2003. Have a look at the link. Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Brandon Godden alongside Charles Davis. Before kickoff, Charles, quickly your keys to the game.
Well, partner, I could give you the standard ones, turnovers, special teams play. But here's one that doesn't get talked about much anymore, and that's time of possession. Whoever controls the football, gives their defense a break, and takes care of business, that's the team that's going to win this ball game.
The children will groan. It's the final weekend of summer, but we've got the NFL, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carson Wentz and this Philadelphia Eagles offense, we'll get a look at them in just a second. Speaking of Wentz, week 1 against Washington, 313 yards, threw for 3 scores, but you called that game. You were telling me early on there were some frustrated Eagles fans.
It started about the third drive where Philadelphia didn't get much done on offense, and by the middle of the second quarter, it was full-fledged boo birds, and they booed them off the field at halftime before they really got going in the third quarter and came back and beat Washington. But this is all about Carson Wentz. You know, him being back from his injury.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Trey Flowers, the former Arkansas Razorback, in there to get him. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. And this is Ertz with it, right side.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. Wentz now to throw. And Jeffrey's got it. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. An Eagle first down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey. Alshon Jeffrey so dangerous even when a defender's near him.
He's got such a big body, ability to run, positions himself well, excellent control. And you're exactly right. Even if people are draped on him, he often comes up with the catch. He really symbolizes what people are looking for in receivers in today's NFL.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, if there is a certainty in this game, we know that wherever he goes, he's going to draw a big-time crowd.
Throws into double coverage there, and look, that's something that he's going to have to deal with a lot in this game, I'm sure.
Yeah, they were lucky to get away with that one where it just fell incomplete, but they're going to count on him to uncover latent routes and make some difficult catches.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. No score after one on EA Sports, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. On fourth down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
Matthew Stafford now in his 11th season with Detroit leads the offense out here, coming off a Week 1 tie against Arizona. The Cardinals made a late push, sent that to overtime, 27-27 the final. Speaking of the number 27, Charles, that's the number of passes that Stafford completed in 45 attempts. But how about 385 yards for him?
Yeah, 3 touchdowns as well, and the 385 yards, more than any he threw for in a game last year. But that's part of the issue, too, because this is a Lions team that's made an emphasis on trying to get better running the football. Brought in Kerryon Johnson last year. C.J. Anderson came in as a free agent this year. Didn't get a lot done on the ground, so they had to rely on the right arm of Matthew Stafford once again.
Blue 60! 54,
Stafford on first down. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. On first down, Stafford here. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing is Stafford. James has got it, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Set! Blue 60! Check 53! Watch the pass!
Third and long, it's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. Nope. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it in a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's James. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
They had two tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Stafford going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Johnson, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Lady! Check, walk 54, walk 54.
From the 50 at Stafford. Throw left side complete. That's James. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 47 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
Now Matt Prater for the point after. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and the end result, a Detroit touchdown. Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Waiting. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Wentz now on first down. Jackson's got it over the middle. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line.
Hey, Mike. Hey, no, let's switch the mic right here. We'll go Mike forward.
Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on third down. He'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Trey Flowers in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down.
Let's go, defense.
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him. They'll find him. Find him.
So after the incompletion, second and 10 from the 22. To throw is Wentz. Ertz over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. The Eagles on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. No room to be had there on the 1st down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and not all W's are created equal, CD, and this one came in shutout fashion.
No, their offense certainly didn't need to do anything, right? They